Chris and I have been camping together for more than 2 decades, and most of that was in a tent. We've camped our way through Canada, the US, New Zealand, and even a crazy windstorm in Australia. But we recently upgraded to a Honda Pilot, allowing us to camp and sleep in our vehicle. So why did we make the switch? Well, here are 4 main reasons. The first is that when you're sleeping in your vehicle, it's so much easier to set up when you get to camp and take it down when you leave. If you're staying at a site for a few days, it might not matter how long it takes you to set up your tent and all that stuff. But if you're driving in late at night after a day on the road and you want to get up early to get on a hike and catch the sunrise, then those little bits of extra time that it takes to take down your tent really matters. And so it's nice to just wake up in the morning in your vehicle, roll up your bed, and get right back on the road. Another advantage to sleeping in our SUV is that we get better protection from the wildlife. Now, obviously, it's not foolproof. Animals can still get into cars, but it definitely helps. We were actually camping a couple of years ago in Lake Superior, and Chris woke up to a black bear sniffing outside our car. So we were definitely glad that we were in the car and not the tent then. Another reason we like camping in our vehicle is that if we wake up and it's raining out, we don't have to pack up a bunch of wet gear. We live in a condo, so if our tent needs to be packed up wet, we've got to take it home and dry it out in the condo. That usually means trying to string it up in some weird way in our laundry room and rotating it until it completely dries out and then putting it away, and then having a bunch of forest debris at the bottom of our laundry room and trying to clean it all up, which is always a mess. But with the SUV, we just drive away and there's no wet gear to dry out later. And the final reason that we like camping in our SUV is because we can camp pretty much anywhere. When you're in a tent, you always need to make sure that you have a campground of sorts to set up your tent in and spend the night. But with the SUV, we can spend the night almost anywhere. If we're just on a long road trip and we just want a quick spot to spend the night so we can get back on the road the next day, a Walmart parking lot is perfect. Now, a Walmart parking lot isn't my favorite place to spend the night, but it definitely works and it's free. So yeah, we just have a lot more options with the Pilot than we did when we were in a tent. So those are the 4 main reasons we made the switch from sleeping in a tent to sleeping in a Honda Pilot SUV. If you've made the switch too, let us know what you think.